Yeah.
So there's 12 chapters in the book, and they each cover a specific area, and as I said, each very fascinating and wonderful to read about. But maybe let's talk a little bit about the book and share a few of which are the main ideas you want to actually talk to us about tonight.
Okay, so it's very hard to pick the main ideas, but for certain, the mind-body connection is something that, for me, just cannot be separated. If there's something going on in your body, it is connected to something going on in your mind. We can't separate that, and we know that by if you get nervous about something, you feel it in your body, right? If you feel joy about something, you feel that in your body. So we can't actually separate the mind and the body. So it's very closely intertwined, and it can't be like it used to be. You'll go to the doctor for broken bone and a psychologist for broken heart. But today it's not like that anymore. And I have found and been so privileged to work with people where connections are made about what this specific thing could be. What are the clues that the body is given through where it is in the body, what that body part does, what it can't do now anymore, how it's limited you, what it's maybe has benefited you by having this. And I know many times in the past I've given lectures where I have been known to give stories and about clients or patients that I've worked with. And once there was a woman who stood up at the end and she said, I love the ideas that you share and they're quite novel to me, but I don't understand how you can say someone could be thankful or grateful to have cancer. So I was about to start answering, and someone in the audience said, I'll answer that. And she said, 25 years earlier, she had breast cancer, and her life was going in this direction, and all of a sudden it wasn't. And she said the new direction that her life took was an absolute blessing, because it took her more closer to her own wholeness and well-being of really living her life on purpose. So nobody obviously wants to order an illness or any kind of suffering. None of us want that. But I think when they do show up in our lives and when these things do come, it's an opportunity. Like I said, it's a stepping stone. And for me, I love to not look at, like, clients will say, why did I bring this upon myself? You don't bring it upon yourself. It's happened. And it doesn't help to berate ourselves. Why have the events of my life brought me to this place? But rather to say, now that it's here, what are my choices? And I feel logotherapy encompasses that so beautifully. It's also when we say, like, why and why me, it's like even the stance of what the body does in that suffering position is not healthy for us. But what now? And I will show up to this is a much more powerful response, which then our brain leaks into our body, the chemicals which support healing. So I was saying to Taria in the car today that there's a scientist who says that our brain is the largest pharmacy that we have access to. So when we are in that place of I will get through this and how I will get through this and trying to overcome and being the active participant, I'm not just handing over and saying, you fix me, but really saying, I want to be fixed and I want to gather whatever I can from this experience to become more whole. Then that's when, our body starts supporting that idea as well.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
If the brain is the largest pharmacy,
yes,
who is the pharmacist?
What an excellent question. Yeah, so I think that's a beautiful question. I love that you worded that.
Coming from a pharmacist.
Yeah. I think we can be our own pharmacist. And I think that is really awesome.